kids. One of them is in junior high now. And so I'm a college teacher, right? So I instruct kids in college, and my wife is a college pastor. And seeing the kids that come into college and seeing those that thrive and those that don't makes a huge difference where they've come from. And often a youth pastor has a real big part in that. When I was a student in junior high and high school, the youth program at my church had a huge impact on me. In fact, I would say during my senior year in high school was when I really came to faith. And that had huge momentum that last year of high school and then going into college, that had that not occurred, I don't think college would have been at all the same, and I think I'd be a very different person than I am now.
When I was in high school and I was in middle school, my youth pastor helped direct me in the way that I went with my life, not just in what I did at school, but even what I did in college. I would think back to some of the lessons that he would talk about, and it really applied to my life, not just in high school and middle school, but it applied to my life in college because I wasn't completely an adult yet, but yet these people were forcing me to make adult decisions. And going back to some of those lessons and being able to put Christ in the center of my life and make those decisions on top of what the lessons that he had taught me, it made my direction in life become so clear that I think that if the kids had that in their lives, it'd be so much better for them, not just right now in this day of age when they're 13 years old, but when they're 20 or even I'm almost 30, and I'm still looking back at some of those and thinking of what he told me at that one point in time.
High school kids going into college, like I said, that's a big step, and a lot of that gets lost. And that's where I saw, a lot of my peers, a lot of young people go astray when their parents weren't there, and that wasn't somebody they wanted to talk to. But if their youth pastor was there, and they could go back and say, hey, it's going okay, or, this is how it's going, they find, it's like anything. You're around the person long enough, eventually, even though they're talking to you, you stop hearing some of the stuff that they say. But if somebody else says the exact same thing, all of a sudden, you're paying attention to it.
I would love for our kids to be walking close with the Lord, and would like to say that First Pres was a large part of that, and I think it's critical. We
want them to feel like this is a normal part of their lives, and that this is how their life is supposed to play out in the church. And if we can get them to see that, if we can get them to acknowledge that this is a part of their life and this helps them shape their decisions, then that's what you want, and that's what you want a youth pastor for.
If you have someone who's part-time, we've had that before. We've had people who work 10 to 20 hours. We had someone who's working 15 hours. The enormity of the task that is set before them demands something greater than 10 or 15 hours.
I hope that they will develop that personal relationship with Christ. That there will be such a hunger in them that they will pursue the Word of God on a daily basis. They'll be in continual communion with Him, praying throughout the day.
The hope is that we do get a great person, and I think the need is now, and it's almost, we needed them 3 or 4 years ago, right. But in the same token, it has been, it's been good, but it could be great. And it could be great if we get the kind of person who can step in here and take us to that next level.
We want somebody who is going to really commit to our kids, and for that to be true, we need to really commit to them. If we want to get somebody who's really good, we need to say, we really want you, we really need you, and we really value you and what you're doing here. And then they can say, we really value you and your kids too, and we're going to commit to this.